What's up, guys? Hey! This is Zach Cosen's new song from his new album that just dropped. Key to the Wave with ATB Wavy and Cartier Key. What is up, everybody? We are official. We up on this. I have apples, pears, and a new mic. Well, it featured sometime before, but check this out. What's up with that? The visual. But yeah, what's up, everybody? It's Sunday. I'm feeling great. Hi, Bree. What's up, Chance? Hey, Rosie. We're about to go up. We got new energy, new aspirations, new thoughts, all from y'all. So, as was suggested a few days ago, more like 7 days ago on last Sunday dance session. Yes, Bree, let's go! We're trying to level this up, and we're taking our time. Twitch, we got this new mic. Let me know how it feels, how it sounds. Good placement, bad placement? We'll see. Hi, Tiny. And so, we're doing dance therapy. What is dance therapy? Well, don't let me tell you. Let's see what Google just says right off the top. And we'll just kind of run through that. Oh, look at that. Getting a little bit of ASMR going. Anybody love mukbangs? All right. So dance therapy. From the Googs, because you know all of us, it's saucy. It's a vibe. That's right, Rosie. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe, yeah. So dance therapy. Dance/movement therapy in USA/Australia, which is kind of a interesting distinction, or dance movement psychotherapy in the UK, is the psychotherapeutic use of movement in dance to support intellectual, emotional, and motor functions of the body. As a modality of the creative arts therapies, DMT, dance/movement therapy, just to make sure communication's across, looks at the correlation between movement and emotion. Interesting, right? So, I'm going to break that down more. Because of my new job, I'm a supervisor. I'm a performing arts coordinator. But I'm more than that. I'm also a teacher. I'm going to help supervise and teach other teachers do their job and do my job at the same time. We're going to be a team. Just like this whole collective. So, essentially, what I'm going to be doing is providing different forms of access to movement, performance, and hopefully using that as a tool to treat trauma, neural sensitivity or auditory sensitivity, but also to improve motor functions in tandem with the brain and those psychological neural brainwaves and how that's being used in tandem with your body. Don't quote me on that. I don't know terms well enough. Because it's a new job for me. But, essentially, what I'm going to be doing is teaching youngins how to move their bodies, how to hear a beat, how to feel a beat. And hopefully they can use those skills, build on them with me. By the end of the time that they finish their schooling at this institution, they will have some form of avenue for a job opportunity. Hi, Bryant. Let's play some video games after this. I don't know what you're up to, but let's kick it online. Hopefully, my end goal for them is to be able to have an avenue for a job after school, right? But that's not the only thing that it does. Hopefully, with this connection and this instruction, I can help to modify and only boost their awareness to their own emotions, but also how they respond to past trauma and what sort of things in their environment can they use to help alleviate or recognize triggers before they happen. Because I'm working with autistic, disabled, emotionally disturbed, as well as orphan children. And it's a very interesting subset of kids. Some classes are those with impaired motor functions, impaired social functions. And, dance can help with a lot of that. But then there's also children in other classes where there are kids who've gotten kicked out of school, who have been expelled and been hopping around different schools. And this is the only institution that will remain and accept them into the classroom. So meaning, I'm definitely going to be presented with a good challenge. I've met a lot of the kids so far, probably all of them almost. Maybe like 90 out of 131, maybe 100 out of 131. I don't know what the number is exactly, because attendance can be low. But also a lot of times these kids have a choice to whether or not to stay or leave the classroom. Obviously, I cannot name any names or exactly particular things about this job, but it's super fun. I love it. And the kids are great. And one of the most awesome things that I really connect to when I first started is that these little ones are super into hip-hop, super into rap, super into gospel, and I am too. So we'll see what I can do to help connect to them and really build a relationship and a level of trust so that not only as kids they feel comfortable in their space to dance, but also just as human beings to feel like they can invest their time in it. Because every single one of you watching right now may be thinking, hey, I don't really dance that often, or dancing's hard for me, or I can't dance, or I'm not a dancer. Guess what? All these kids feel the same way. Majority of them. Some of them are like, yeah, let's go. And the cutest thing is that some of them just cannot wait for classes to start. So I actually haven't started instruction just yet. I'm still building some programming with development. But they call me Mr. C. How cute is that? Some of them can't pronounce Caldwell, so it's like, you know what? We're going with C. So, yeah. Got a beautiful office. Got a beautiful dance space. And as I said, I'm just kind of building the curriculum of what I'm going to be starting up in January and just helping out with the music program. So I'm just kind of teaching kids how to play instruments or, hear notes or certain things like that, which is great because I love music as well. So, I have some ideas. I'm going to bounce them off y'all. I want to hear what your thoughts are. Go ahead and comment below. Throw some hearts up if you feel like you're really into it. And so far, a couple of different ideas I've been thinking that it's like a therapeutic movement, but just also to create an auditory experience that connects to them so that, one, they get less distracted, or two, they really feel like they're in a group setting and that they can collaborate and work with each other. We're not doing Simon Says, it's called Mr. C Says. So what I've been doing with a lot of kids is when I'm doing, it's like repetition, right? I create a pattern of something, and then I say, Mr. C says, what do you say? Or, Mr. C says, ba, ba, ba. And then they repeat. It's been working out really well. If anybody has any hula hoops that they're not using, like plastic, small, lightweight ones, hit my line. I'll buy them off you. Because I definitely think that'll be a great way for some coordination, some movement. I'm also thinking about the, cha-cha slide. A little bit of the Macarena. But we'll see. So I gotta find different styles that they'll be into. Because, like I said, they love hip-hop and rap. And none of those inherently involve those styles or genres of music. Into it, yeah. That's right, Bryant. We get it into it. So, I'm kind of thinking of either adapting each of those things, because Macarena is just like a 8 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You like that? It looks like I'm like a dog. But yeah, those are kind of like my thoughts so far. But with all those different topics, this is the cool thing. I'm thinking about doing a presentation in spring for what's referred to as Space Jam. Anyways, all those things included with basketball, we can make something cool. But I think the most strange thing about this all is that obviously, a big part of the curriculum that I'm being proposed is to serve the parents and like donors, all that kind of stuff, which is fun to be able to build and program, but it's not going to help them to retrace steps and find an avenue to a job, because that's not necessarily what the goal is centered on, right? Let's go ahead and put some music on. Yeah. It's great. So, I'm kind of thinking like, how can I help them to process certain trauma that they experience back at home or have experienced in other places? Sorry guys, I'm all finished with the pear and the apple. No more ASMR. Because I had to eat. But yeah, I'm trying to think about different exercises and things that can help them to really explore. Because first I'm going to have to get them to really feel as though they can find areas of dance or movement that they're really into. Also, find a level of trust with me so that they know that whatever is new and they haven't experienced before isn't far from reach, far in reach, or however they can actually access or, be a part of it. Because I can't show up to class for my first day and be like, hey, y'all, let's do a bar and stretch class. Let's do ballet. Let's do ballroom. These kids are going to be like, no, thank you. That's just the true fact of it. Well, they wouldn't really necessarily say that. That's even too polite. It's that they didn't really have something to say about it. But I'm kind of thinking, doing like picking a certain amount of songs and teaching one style to it, and then just kind of breaking it down, because it has to have a lot of consistency to it, right? But that's kind of where I'm at with my job and exactly what the plan is going forward, how I view it, what I want it to be. Something super simplistic, because I don't want them to come in and be like, we are doing full-blown choreography, because that's not the case. And it will not be into that. But let's go ahead and read a little bit more about just dance therapy online, because I think it's just fascinating. Like exactly where this has been studied and how it's actually been improved upon, because dance is like a form of psychotherapy. Has really only been studied for about 50 years now. It's not long at all. And so it'll be interesting to see exactly where this moves forward. And a lot of times dance therapy has been used in other locations versus public school at a senior level and below. That's usually just your learning coordination, team building skills, social skills, certain rules to a space and trying to abide by them. There's a lot of different things that you're taking on whenever you're in a performing arts class, but that's the other challenges I'm having to do, like a dance therapy for these kids. I don't know anybody or any kid when I was younger who was like, I want to go to therapy or I want to do counseling. Because at that age, you're still figuring yourself out and you're like, I don't want to open up. And it's just the truth. It's the reality of it. So let's read a little bit about it and discuss it. Because we got about 15 more minutes. And I know this is going to be a shorter one today. But yeah, we're just kind of talking about dance and then just do a little bit of exploration at the very end. Do a little bit of movement therapy. And I'll guide y'all through it, once we have that opportunity. But let's read about it some more. I think it's very interesting. Right now, I'm on the adta.org website. And they're known as the American Dance Therapy Association. I think it's very interesting. Oh, their about page is quite wild. Ha! General information. Oh, so they provide certifications in this. This is pretty cool. And, one of the other things that I think is very interesting, too, is that it seems to be that dance therapy and somatic movement is... Oh, it's the Slug Bros. What's up, guys? Howdy. We're talking about dance therapy. Anyways, one wild thing I've been noticing a lot when I've been doing some research and some readings and everything is that dance therapy and somatic movement or somatic training has its intersections, but for some reason the dance community likes to be like, hey, they're complete other areas. Maybe because their end goal or what they're really shooting for are definitely different, right? Although they have many similarities. One being dance, two being emotion, etc., etc., etc. But yeah, how's it going there, Kisa Brevs? What you been up to? Kicking it? Hype, hype, hype. I just finally got a brand new job, and we loving it. Let's see if we can boost this level down a little bit. Yeah. How's that sounding? Better? Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's like cracking out. Get into it, yeah. But, I'm not really doing exactly like DMT, the dance movement therapy. I love it, DMT. It's just so funny. Dance therapy, definition, techniques, and more. Huh. Yeah, it says here, it's an interesting way to kind of further describe exactly what's been going on. Yes, sir. Congrats. Thank you very much, dude. I'm very happy. It's pretty wild. Earlier in the video, if you go back or you're on Instagram, you might be able to rewind and hear more about it, exactly what I'm doing. But I'm working with kids. It's cool. Here on the verywellmind.com website, it's saying, in a dance therapy session, a therapist may help you explore and make meaning on the connection between movement and your emotions. Encourage tracking of bodily sensations and breath. Help guide you through self-expressive and improvisational movements. Offer specific movement or verbal therapeutic interventions to promote healing. And lastly, but not least, the fifth one, help you process the feelings evoked by the movement. One of the wildest things that I've really learned as a dance instructor or a dancer is that your body keeps score. Oh, I think that's actually a book title name. I'm pretty sure Nikki has it. Ninky, if you're watching or whatever, if you hear me, because I know she's in the other room right now. I think that's the title of that book. It's by a psychologist or something. I actually got recommended it once while I was a teacher in Arthur Murray. But it's really interesting to see how your body has muscle memory, but also tracks and records emotional trauma, and how that can be revisited. Like I was saying earlier, a trigger, right? I've had moments where I was dancing so hard or having such a great time that I would walk away either angry, sad, happy. And it's a really interesting, strange thing, because a lot of times there's actions that we take on in life where we wish to get a similar reward, right? So like when you're eating, you hope to find satisfaction, happiness, full stomach, either rest, relaxation, all positive benefits. Sometimes there's negatives though, right? With, getting food poisoning, feeling sick, too full, uncomfortable, bloated, gassy, you name it. And your body does the same thing too when it's interacting with people or keeping track on exactly how you're processing those interactions. And so there's sometimes movements or dance styles or songs, that obviously trigger you in a different emotional way. And like it says here, encourage tracking of bodily sensations and breath. Sometimes, whether it's soft movement, I feel like I'm actually floating on air and I'm feeling relaxed. I'm feeling like whether or not I'm working my body super hard and sweating is another thing, but really when I walk away from those things, I feel like I have a nice steady breath. Something that makes me feel very happy, something that makes me feel soft and ready to rest. Whereas I'm doing some hard styling like crumping or pop locking or something of those sorts, I feel charged up, energetic, ready to run around and have a great time. And it's not just the music or, I guess, the emotions that you're feeling behind it, but it's a chemical process that's happening inside of your body in regards to your breathing or your muscle contractions, which is really interesting, right? And then a lot of pop locking and crumping, you're contracting and throwing your body in certain ways that make you feel empowered, and really, it's almost like you're getting on a workout, which a lot of times if you are working out and you're into it, you push yourself, you get more excited, you get like adrenalized, which is really cool. Whereas, like I was saying previously, like contemporary or modern, depending upon the movement, the style, and the intent at which that is being taken upon by the dancer, a lot of times those make me feel a lot more connected to my body because I'm reaching to different points, axes, how I'm really viewing the space, and as I was saying, the intent on what I'm putting forward, which is really fun because a lot of times I have to focus on being softer and more supple, more focused on the breath and its patterns, which is really cool. So, let's do an exercise. Let's do something fun. Let's use modern, since we're we're kind of talking about hip hop and other softer forms of movement, or how they're viewed most frequently. And let's do a modern exercise using this lo-fi hip hop. Yeah. Great. Let's do it. If you wish to join, great. If you don't, that's all right as well. This is just something for you to watch and learn and enjoy. Alrighty, y'all. Let me get this out of the way. Tilt this down a little bit. Have some good old fun. There we go. Alrighty, y'all. So if I was working with some of y'all, rather than, say, my students, there's an exercise that I would give to try to explore your emotions, your feelings, and how you plan on moving into it, right? So first, we're going to start by laying on the floor, and then I'm going to be cueing or saying certain things that I hope will trigger you to move a certain way for you to explore why you're feeling that way, why you're moving that way. Then we can talk about it afterwards, or talk about it in the comments. Here we go. So just listen to what I'm cueing. And then there's no right or wrong movements to this. This is just an exploration, right? Alright. So get on the floor, close your eyes if it helps you to relax and focus. And now with the music, try to breathe on beat. Just like that, I'm already feeling much more relaxed. Now as the next song comes on, listen closely. How does the music make you feel? Keep on breathing, but think about how this song makes you feel. like curious, but low energy. Grounded. Adventurous. I feel like I'm about to go on a long trek somewhere, like a long road. So basically, as I was just describing how this song makes me feel, now we're going to move into the portion to where I explore that movement. You can go ahead and do so in your own way, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're imagining. But I'm going to take these words and take these feelings and thoughts, and we're going to slowly rise up. You can keep your eyes closed, you can keep them open. Slowly get up in whatever way works best for you. No right or wrong way. And now keep those feelings and those thoughts wherever your body wants to take you and move you. And with the new song, continue to see how that changes. By keeping those same thoughts or feelings. And if they change, that's okay too. So as you can see, just taking these movements and these feelings and exploring in my own way whatever I feel like I really want to move. Make sure you keep tracking your breath. However you feel. Keep exploring. Maybe you get a random foreign object. You discovered one. And you want to test to see how you can explore with that piece. And for me, it's going to be this little rug. Now with that piece, you can explore in so many different ways. I'll demonstrate in just a moment. Hi friends! Oh, bells! Hey, what is good? Classic! We're just talking about dance therapy and movement today. We'll see what happens. I'm just kidding. We're pretty much almost over it, but kicking it for now. We're going to hopefully have some more stuff coming soon. I definitely need to have a chat with you at some point. But thank you for joining us. We were just doing some somatic movements and how we were feeling. So let's hear what the next song is and see how I would explore with this piece. Close my eyes again. said, I'm feeling curious, exploratory, a little adventurous, but very grounded. Like I have a long, arduous trek coming along. And yeah, we're not going to finish with any trick or any crazy thing. Let's see if we can do one real cool one. One last one before we finish off and sign off. Soldiers, here we go. Oh, man. Well, we got a 360 in there. How about that? Let's see if we can do one on our feet. And, woo, nope. That could have gone real south. Maybe third time's not going to be a good guess. But anyways, that's about it, y'all. Thank you for tuning in, Twitch. Thank you for tuning in, Instagram. That's what I came up with this week for dance therapy. And, yeah. We'll see how this all really works out in the end. But this is what we're doing. Thank you, Tiny. Very appreciative. Kind of got a lot of everything, right? And we're going to keep building. Hopefully, this is going to be in a better format for y'all to witness because I'm going to be doing some different applications, too. Hopefully, all coming through Streamlabs. But yeah, y'all. Next week, I believe, don't count on it, though. I believe we're doing Hot Ones with some of our friends. Nick Sebastian, amazing artist. Bree Reedy, an amazing woman with so much talent and skill. Yours truly, as well as I believe maybe Tiny? We'll see. But thanks for joining, everyone. And signing off now. This is number 43, Dance Therapy. Hopefully we can do some more of this and kind of dissect a little bit more of what I was just talking about. Alrighty, y'all. Much loves. Bye-bye now.